Y'all know me, Big the Legend G, with my co-host Initial D, bringing that heat in a twist street. Grab your popcorn, kick up your feet, sit back, relax. We about to blow. Welcome to our channel, enjoy the show. Ayy.
Hard conversation, brain stimulation, BGID, no imitation. Look, pull up on the mic, two big guys is rocking the night. Sub on YouTube and follow on Twitch. I guarantee it's gonna be a hit. It's showtime.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, folks? Welcome back. Happy Sunday to everybody.
How we feeling out there? How we feeling? Oh man,
I feel good. I kind of felt like that intro could have been a second verse, you know? I was kind of feeling that.
Listen, I can't count how many times, like, when we hear that, we like, hey, man, we gotta go ahead and just do a whole song.
Drop a whole song.
Just drop a whole song.
Do a whole song, man.
I agree.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we used to do a little bit of something back in the day. You know, when it's in you, it never goes away.
Got
Right.
you.
Yes.
We might feature you on the next album, SB.
Oh Lord, nah, you don't want me on there.
Wait, y'all, did y'all hear that remix? Well, homeboy on there.
You gonna get a little bit of Pretty Ricky mixed with T-Pain up in there somewhere. Yeah.
That's funny. That is hilarious. But welcome in, everybody. Hope y'all are having a great Sunday. Hope you had a great weekend. We are back after I ain't gonna say a long extended break, but a break. You know, things happen.
It was just last week, wasn't it?
Just a week, you know. But it felt like forever.
It ain't been 6 months.
That's true.
Right.
That is very true. That is very true. Yo, Queen, what's up, sis? Welcome in. Oh, we handsome.
Welcome. Happy Sunday.
Ooh, we handsome. Oh my.
That's a good way to kick this off, right?
Yeah, you know, boost our
Handsome
heads up a little bit, you know.
Look. Hey. Okay.
Gangsta girl, welcome.
Well, fellas. So how was y'all's week this past week? I mean, what is this? It's Sunday, you know, first day of the week, brand new week. Did last week treat y'all nice or not so nice? How we feeling?
Last week was a struggle for me. There's a multiple of things that happened over my end, but you know, we got through it. So we're here. So it's a blessing, you know. New week, new things.
There you go.
Of course.
There you
go. Last week for me it's pretty good. The project we've been working on, it's been, when we feel like it's over, it's not over. So it's been a lot going on with that. But overall, it's been a really good week.
Really that's what's up. Yeah, I can't really complain. I just wish I got a little bit more rest. That's all.
Too.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say, like, because I got a client, we always talk about like how our days are, and he'll ask me, how was your day? I said, pretty good day. And then I proceed to tell him I don't really have bad days per se. And what I mean by that is that I don't let the things that I can't control dictate my mood or how I feel. Like, I feel like you can choose whether you want to have a good day or not. You know, let somebody else get pissed off or get angry, try to drag you down with them. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna be happy no matter what.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I get it. You know, we're human, but at the same time, like, life is too short to be walking around with your head down, and then with the woulda, coulda, shouldas and stuff. So I'm trying to live my best life.
Agreed. So, but for everybody that's just tuning in, we appreciate y'all being here. Whether you are on the purple app or the red app, we definitely appreciate it. But if you are over on YouTube, feel free to like, share, subscribe to the channel if you like the content. And if you're new to Twitch, just follow the channel. There's not much I can say about that one. But we are here with our special guest, Mr. SBMADEIT. Formerly the streamer formerly known as SB__1987. I just had to do it. I had to.
Hey, you know what though? You know, I was gonna ask you why you changed your name, but then I rethought it. I said, you know what? I'm not gonna ask. I actually like that because it's like already speaking it into existence.
Mhm.
Yes.
I'm here.
There you go.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I like that.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. But yeah, so our topic today is behind the scenes, the truth about full-time content creation. As you guys know, SB is a full-time content creator. So if anybody in the chat has ever thought about it, considered it, prayed about it, had doubts about it, you know, we're here to talk about it. But obviously, before we get into it, SB, you want to tell the group a little bit about yourself, sir?
Well, SBMADEIT. I'm a leader of a community called Certified. I'm a Twitch partner and a YouTube partner and a Throne partner. And I am a full-time content creator. Single parent at that. So there you go. A little bit about me.
Nice. That's what's up. I like that.
Man.
So full-time content creator. All right. So when did you decide, like, hey, this is something I want to do? Like, just full blown. Like, is there something that occurred in your
It wa-
life that made you make that choice?
Oh, to be honest, yeah, it was. I was working at a job. Actually, I was working for this company for about 12 years. And then they finally, like, shut us down, that location, and they gave us severance pay. The closest one to the company was like 30 miles away. It was across a bridge. I don't know if you've been down here, but there's a bridge that connects from St. Pete to, my section, and you have to pay a toll every day, go over that
Oh,
bridge. And at the time, it was like, I couldn't make that drive every day and do that, that
Mhm.
job and everything. So it was like, all right,
right.
they're gonna shut us down. All right, they're gonna give us a severance. I'm gonna see what happens. So I was gonna try it full time for a few months, and it just seemed to work out that actually the community had my back, the whole time. So it's been pretty good. It's been a blessing, let's say that. So that's pretty much how I started being a full-time content creator.
So it was almost like you were like pent up against the wall,
Yeah,
so to speak.
yeah,
Like,
it was
okay,
kind of one of them things like, I'm really good at it. And it's
yeah,
like, let me see how it is working for myself and see how this is
Mhm.
versus, working for somebody else and doing all of that and, just being another number on the board or whatever,
Yeah.
clocking in, and all of that type of stuff. So I was like, all right, let me work for myself and let me see how this goes. And it was a struggle at first. And then I got used to a routine. And you have your ups and downs in it. But I just left it to God, prayed about it, left it to him. And as you can see, I'm still here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Not.
think that. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and I'm probably gonna say what you were about to say, D. But
Okay.
just you said something along the lines of you wanted to work for yourself, and I
Yep.
think a lot of
Yeah.
us, really want to do that, but
Right.
we're kind of, I ain't gonna say wishy washy, but it's almost like we're afraid to go ahead and take that leap.
Right.
But I mean, like you said, prayer works. So obviously,
It definitely does.
he's gonna tell you yay or nay in some
Right.
form or fashion. So
Right.
Right. He's always gonna show
so
you a sign for sure.
so yeah, that's always good that you sat down and you talked to God about it, because a lot of us don't do it. We just like, let's go ahead and do it and then just
Right.
see what happens, and then we
No
fall flat
plan
on
B.
our face, and then we're like, well, Now I gotta find something else.
Right. And
Right.
that, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna compliment, because he did take the words out of my mouth when you said about working for yourself, and I think that that's really, really important for people who profess to be content creators to look at this as me working for me, and not just streaming, so to speak. Because I know you
Right.
do a lot. You do a lot more than just go live a few days a week. It's a lot of background work. I'm sure that you have to do as well. Because, like you said, it's a job. It's how you take care of yourself. It's how you take care of your family. And when you have that at the forefront of your mind, that's got to keep you going. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same with me. I do what I do for my family. I get up in the morning for them. I stay out late for them. It's that they're the motivator. So I definitely understand that.
Okay, so I was thinking about this the other day. Are there any like good things coming from full-time content creation? Because I know, like I said, I've thought about it in the past. I mean, obviously when COVID was really up and ramping, and a lot of people was out of work, I considered it.
Right.
And I kind of weighed the pros and cons of it, but I just want to get your feedback on it. Like, were there a lot of good things that came out of it, or
yeah, there's always good and bad to whatever situation that you're in, no matter what. It's just whichever one outweighs the other, you know? So yeah, I was still working during COVID. So let's see, what was there? Some good and bad. Some good. Yeah, there was actually a lot of good. I got to travel a lot more. So you know how like every year you be like, yeah, I'm gonna travel, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and and it's crazy because when I was working for a company, they always dictate your vacation time and when you can take vacations. And if you try to take one, they're like, oh, well, we need you to do this, do that. You got to work this holiday, that holiday, blah 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 blah. With this, I didn't have to. I can take whatever day I wanted off, and it'd be that. So I actually traveled a lot more within the 3 to 4 years of content creation than I did actually working at that job for 12 years, which is crazy, right?
yeah.
But yeah, so
So you got your own PTO.
I mean, makes a lot of sense. I know a lot of people who have just a regular 9 to 5, and we'll have conversations, and they'll say, well, I can't, like, speaking on their behalf, like, they can't go on vacation, they can't take off for their kids' baseball game, they just can't do these things because their job pretty much runs their life.
right.
And they probably don't want to admit that, but it's true. If you can't do what you really want to do, then your job does run your life versus, working for yourself, of course. You make your own schedule, you travel the way you want to travel, which I personally feel like that was the intention behind work anyway. I never felt like we were supposed to be like locked into like a schedule and it hinder our lifestyle and
Right.
hinder our quality time or diminish our quality of life at that. Like, if I want to go somewhere, I can go somewhere. Like, tomorrow is Columbus Day tomorrow?
Right. It is.
Yeah. And the kids, they're out of school, so there's no school tomorrow.
Right.
If it was up now, obviously if it was up to me, it is up to me. If I wanted to take off tomorrow, I can. Just to spend time with my kids. That's my choice. But I'm gonna work tomorrow, but it'll be on my terms.
Right.
So, and I'm sure that what you do, like, I guess that'll be another question. You working a regular job dictating how you move. Would you say content creation does the same, or do you still feel like, no, I can kind of move the way I want to move?
You
Or
could definitely move the way you want to move, but at the end of the day, you still need to get done what you need to get done. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
yeah,
So just like everybody got to clock in and got to clock out. Well, at some point of the day, I need to clock in and focus and get some stuff out.
Yep.
So if I don't get some stuff out, then obviously people forget about you. They move on, and it's just like that. You got to start fresh all the way over, and all of that type of deal. Get a new audience, and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Where when you working at a regular job, they already got the audience, they already got everything. You just got to clock in and clock out, and do what
Yeah.
they ask you to do during that time period. So that's how that goes. So yeah, it's definitely different for sure. So I mean, different times of the day. So I take breaks during the day, and then I'll try to get some stuff done in the evening, and trying to balance like family life and this life is kind of difficult, to be honest, because you get so caught up in trying to create some type of content, and then just like time goes by editing
Hmm.
and all that type of stuff. It's like, man, you know, missed the day. And then now, do you spend time with family? Do you take a nap? What do you do? So it's kind of like that.
got you.
So, kind of run us through like a day in the life of SB.
Oh,
Like when it comes to stuff like this.
That was gonna be my question too. Like I was just curious as to
well,
how you start your day.
just like everybody, try to put myself on the schedule, try to get enough sleep at night, get up a certain time. Once that alarm go off, it's time to start posting for the day, get the morning post out. Figure out what's the plan for the day, what type of content am I going to create that day, like what videos am I going to create, and if I'm streaming that day, planning for the stream, and just trying to get people hyped up for, all right, SB is going to go live type of deal.
Yeah.
So then all of that planning, getting music together, all of that, and trying to figure out topics to talk about and etc. um it's pretty much like working before work, before
Yeah.
going live. So it's a lot. So I don't usually do Monday through Friday, like either Tuesday or Thursday. I will try to take a mental break for myself.
Hmm.
Just because being on socials and just seeing all of the negativity type stuff, it's just
Mm,
overwhelming. So you have to like just get that off of you and reset. And it's like, all right, maybe another day would be better. I'm not typing on socials today because all I see is negative. And all that negative energy actually gets onto you some type of way because
yes.
you want to post something, you want to say something about it. And
Yep.
then it just drags you in, So I tried it, like some days if you don't see me post, it's because I probably don't have anything good to say because of all the negative things that's going on.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I try to work out, try to do that, and then I have to cook because obviously, single parent, I gotta cook and try to help my son with his homework and stuff like that. He just turned 18 yesterday. So he has this
Hey.
last year, and then try to get him ready for that life.
Oh yeah, of
So
course.
it's a lot. It's a lot more than just content creation, and then it's like, on the side note, you do have people that always want to play the game with you and always asking, "Hey, can you play the game?" It's like you have to make a choice. Are you going to play the
Hmm.
game, or are you going to make this video that you need to post and this and that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like choices you have to make constantly. Is it going to benefit you, or is it going to hinder you? You know what I'm saying? So you get all types of things. So yeah.
Yeah. And big dubs in the chat for SB son.
Yeah.
Turn the big 1-8, man.
Congratulations
That's
on
a
that, man.
oh yeah.
Mhm.
About to,
Absolutely.
we need to go ahead and start playing Mulan's I'll Make a Man Out of You. just start playing around the house.
I'm gonna send him
Yeah.
to D so he can work out with him. I'm gonna
Hey,
give him 3
come on.
months.
Come on. Let's go. I'm putting my oldest through the ringer now as we speak.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he just turned 19 on the 29th of last month.
Okay.
So he's it's similar situation to you, just trying to prepare him for life,
Right.
the
Right.
right way and make sure that, the environment that they live in is, well, all of my kids, just nice, safe,
Mhm.
positive.
Right.
environment, embracing their creativity because they're all creative in their own ways.
Right. Everybody's different for sure.
Yes, yes. So you say you get up in the morning, you have time to yourself, try to figure out what the plan is for the day, getting things ready for the stream. Do you ever feel like that there's pressure on you to keep things interesting? Because
Yes.
sometimes people, we can get a little redundant or complacent with our content and just kind of wonder, man, is this sounding repetitive? Do I need to do something different? Or if you have felt like that, have you ever had any signs that made you feel that way?
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, numbers go up and down all the time. So it's like people come, people go all the time. But it's just realistically it's just trying to get your content in the right eyes, which is probably like the hardest thing. But yeah, some days I feel like, it's like, all right, I don't want to talk about this subject, but everybody loves this subject. And it seems like it's a revolving subject that everybody likes to talk about. Which is like consisting of relationships, that type of deal, and other things or whatever.
I thought
But
you was gonna say something else.
I mean, I was gonna say something else, but I'm just leave it there. So yeah, other things, but people just love to talk about the same things over and over. It's just one of those cycle things. And yeah, sometimes I feel like my content daily, I feel like I could do better, you know? But you just never know how really good you're doing unless you actually sit back and just look at, you know, the numbers. So the numbers really don't lie. So yeah.
Yeah, because I noticed I noticed the shift in your content like over the last course of years. Like
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I first met you, you were like really, really adamant about just pumping people up and
Mm-hmm.
and getting them to see like the best version of themselves and putting themselves out there and just basically not sitting on their hands and make this work no matter what. And then you shifted a little bit with the dating shows and the other like the thirst traps and stuff like that. And like
Right.
you said, like this is stuff that it's not about you. That's one thing I've learned with content creation. Like it's not about us, it's about what our audience or the audience that
Just
we've
enjoy. Mm-hmm.
enjoy, because I know there's quite a few people. Like example, I know some streamers who play Warzone,
Right.
right? They play Warzone and they've created a whole audience who enjoys it. And they're like, man, I really want to play Street Fighter or I really want to play Resident Evil. But if I do, my numbers are going to plummet. So I have to keep providing this content for these
Right.
people. So I understand that part. So you do whatever the people want for the most part.
Yeah. So I pretty much try to switch it up and do a variety type of deals. But I don't want to be repetitive on bringing up the old subjects of that what I brought up used to bring up before. But I don't want to give nobody no misinformation at the same time. So I'm gonna speak on things that I know that works versus things that I know that don't work. I don't want to talk about something and then somebody's like, oh well, you this and this and that. I'm like, all right, you know what? I won't talk about that because somebody might be sensitive on that subject, which is always all the time. Whatever you talk about, whatever you do, there's always some person that's sensitive about that subject that you're doing. Um, but yeah, I did take a shift because I noticed that I used to pump up everybody and I used to try to hype up everybody and try to be there for everybody. But at some point I took so many L's on friendships and how people treated me and how people use my platform for their own game and never, that whole idea. And it's like, and other things like that. So it's like I was like, you know what, I'ma just do it about me. I can't let nobody else dictate what I do on my stream, and that
Right.
type of deal. So yeah.
That's a big fact, Karen. L's equals lessons.
Yeah.
They're not always bad,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you can definitely learn something from them.
Right.
Got my boy Carlos. What's up, Carlos? Coming from the red side.
Man,
How's everything?
welcome on there, man.
So, I know we had talked a little bit about how you got into it, into full-time content creation, but was there like a defining moment to where you were thinking to yourself, I can actually do this?
Oh, I mean, it was, to be honest, it was, yeah. I was always hitting my goals. You always have goals, and there was like
Mhm.
number goals, and it was a lot. So it was like really like the team was winning, everybody was winning, and it was just a blessing. So it was like, all right, I can do this because I can keep people active in the chat. I keep people active in my content. So it must be something that I'm doing correctly, you know? So, that pretty much just told me that, I was like, this might be the thing. This might be my gift that God gave me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like you
yeah.
just never really know until you actually do stuff, and it's like, all right, wait, this is a blessing. All right, a lot of
Mhm.
people like me, and that type of
Yeah.
deal. So I figured me talking to people and entertaining people seems like that's definitely one of my gifts, you know?
Yeah, but most definitely. Because I mean, everybody comes in, they they just love to troll you. That,
Yeah.
that's the best thing. And
Yeah.
I'd say this until I'm blue in the face. I think that's the best thing about streaming. It's like when your community can come in and troll you and still you have a good time with it
Right.
and like not be offended. I think that's like one of the best things ever.
Right.
So the subject of community, right? So
Mhm.
I've known streamers say out of their own mouth, like, I like quote, I don't have a community, and that, they don't really know how to build a community, so to speak. So for you, what steps or tactics do you utilize to contribute to your community? Like, just do you add people to your community, or do they just ask you to join? Or how does that work?
Well, I noticed I noticed a lot of things. Well, I really wanted to build the community where the community will bring more in themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah,
mean, everyone like what teach one, preach one, teach one
Mhm.
type of deal, whatever.
yeah,
So, it was kinda like that, but then, sometimes you just have to, like, go out and just be friendly, and you just get to know people, and you just have conversations with people, and having a genuine conversation with people will go a long way with somebody. Like, sometimes people just want a conversation, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody has people that's coming into their chat, talking to them, wanting to get to know them, who can converse about the video game with them and all of that type of deal, that type of deal.
Mhm.
Um, so basically with the whole community thing is that, I'll try to support people in multiple ways that I can. Whether it be on Twitch or other platforms or whatever, when I have the time, I will sit there and hang out with them and just relate to them with whatever it is life's going on, whatever's going on in their life, that type of deal. So, and then people just, tend to want to come hang out with me, you know?
Yeah. 'Cause that one thing that you started to do. I mean, you've done it in the past, but you're starting to do a little bit more now. It's like you actually won't raid somebody in the community. You'll actually go out and find somebody.
Try to find someone new.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I
And
think I got to the point where I've rated everyone in the community at least once or twice.
yeah.
So it's like I kind of want to rate other people because you want to see that facial expression of that enjoyment of where you was when you first started. You know what I'm saying? Like when you got that big raid and it was like, oh my gosh, what do I do? And so I wanted to go back to the basics of trying to give somebody that probably need the blessing more than somebody else that's in the community.
Yeah.
So
And it's been good seeing these people's reactions.
yeah, it actually has. It's hard to pick and
Yeah.
choose because not everybody is going to enjoy your raid or accept it the way, everybody's
Mm-hmm.
going to be different. Some people are going to
Yeah.
be like, all right, thank you so much for the raid. And they're going to continue
Right.
right back to the game. And then you have
Yeah.
other people who are going to cry and be like, oh my gosh, thank you. You are so nice. Such a blessing. I've been having a bad day. You never know. So it's like
Yeah.
Right.
that. So you get
Yeah.
those type of people as well.
Yeah. But the way that you do it though, it's not like you just go in and raid them. You actually will pull them up on the stream. You'll talk to them, have
Mhm.
everybody go in their stream and start talking as well, and then you like, all right, I think we're gonna raid this person. And then you just go right into it.
It's honestly it's that first impression. It always goes
Mm-hmm.
back to that first impression because if your first impression is good, then you're good with me, and everybody will remember that. If it's bad, no one remembers that person. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just
Yeah.
like, all right, I seen you, and it's like I will never see you again in my life, probably because we just
Mm,
didn't communicate and we didn't connect the way that we probably should have. So
Yeah.
yeah. So you
yeah.
have to have a conversation before I end up just rating the person because of based off of looks, and all of that.
Mm-hmm. Karen, his
Yeah.
raids aren't that intimidating, are they?
Yeah. I think we all remember the first really big raid that we've ever gotten.
Mhm.
I remember, I think it was 2021 for me, and I was playing God of War, and I got raided by the streamer named T Dust. He doesn't stream anymore, but yeah, it dropped about 50, 60 people in my stream. And this is when I was starting out,
Mhm.
streaming to about maybe 7, 8 people or whatever. And it's like, oh my gosh, like, you you happy, you don't know what to do, and you got all these people chatting in your stream. You ain't used to the chat moving like that, and
Right.
people start dropping bits out of nowhere, and then you really start getting excited. So yeah,
That
it's not just a raid, man. That's like making somebody's day,
mhm.
Mhm.
because they could have been having a bad day.
Exactly.
And something like that, a raid, which is free, can just turn it upside down for them.
Right. Mhm.
That always made me wonder, like, was Twitch only wanting raids? Is that the reason they took the host feature away? Because everybody would just host everybody just
Yeah,
to help out. But it's like,
I remember
it,
that.
you know, would they did they take the host out just to mainly focus on people rating each other? I don't know.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. I kind of missed the host button because it actually puts them right there on the front of that person's page,
Mm-hmm.
over everyone else. But I think it was like they were like it costs too much to keep that up or something like that. So I don't know. Maybe
So
they'll bring it back someday
yeah.
though.
So I'm wondering, is that why they started doing, like, you're able to favorite or recommend these
Yeah, to
streamers and you
recommend
want to put
it.
them on? Yeah. That
Yeah.
makes
Yeah.
sense.
I think you could recommend like up to 15, and I think I have like 15 people up there just because.
Yeah. Okay.
So, what would you say is the difference, like, between the content that you create on Twitch versus YouTube, or is there one platform that you would prefer over the other?
Well, YouTube discoverability is a lot better, 100%, because everybody uses YouTube and you're being streamed to the whole world versus just your community, whatever you have built on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
So I can go live on YouTube and not tell a soul, the community. And then I'll have a whole bunch of people who already sub to me just come in and hang out, or some people who don't even know me just come in and hang out. Versus, over here, it's a lot different. But over there, I could just play the game and I don't have to worry about anything, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not too much stress about community and all of that, and trying to get people to join the Discord, join this, join that, all of that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Over there, I can just play the game, talk, and that's it. you know, and it might be like 3 or 4 people that I don't know, and they'll just come in and just talk like the whole time. And I'm like, that's good enough for me. You know, that's a
Yeah.
blessing,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So yeah.
Yeah, I've been finding that a lot on YouTube lately, but you know, I started multi streaming to Twitch and YouTube, so I was honestly doing what I've been doing for the longest. You know,
Mhm.
just chatting and then getting to the game. But you know, I kind of agree with you. You know, being on YouTube, I can just hit the go live and just start playing,
Right.
and you know, we can talk, but you know, I'm really there to focus on the game.
Right, right. And that's exactly what I do. I go over there, I play a game, and I try to beat the game, and I just chill and have a good time, you know, whatever. You don't have to stress yourself about, you know, because over here you get a lot of people that come to your stream and they, you know, hey, I got you up, I'm doing this. Hey, I got you up, I'm lurking, I'm lurking, I'm lurking. I got you tabbed, I got you tabbed. You get all of that over here and everything, and it kind of interrupts. Like if you're just playing the game, you got to say, all right, thank you, and all of that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Over
Mm-hmm.
there, you could just play the game. You don't even really need to read the chat. You can just let them enjoy, you know, hanging out with you. And it's just a different vibe than what Twitch is, you know?
Yeah. So speaking of being on YouTube, have you ever done like recording and just put it up and not worried about going live? Like, you know, what are your thoughts on that?
I haven't, honestly. I keep forgetting sometimes when I'm playing the game because I rarely play the game without streaming or anything, you know? So it's like when I do play the game, I just enjoy the game. I don't want to record. I don't even want to look at OBS at all.
Yeah.
And it's very rare that I actually get to do that. Versus like, you know, how before you was a content creator, you used to
Mhm.
just play the game and just have fun with whoever was online, like, hey, jump on the game,
Yeah.
whatever. Now it's all about content, and it's like, yo, you got to think about the content side of everything. So, you know, some days I actually do just play the game by myself. I just put my headphones on and just play the game. I won't have OBS up or anything. I'll just play the game and enjoy it, you know. So
I
Okay.
think that's so important because gaming, you know, offline is not like making content or
right.
not like streaming it. It's not. I know for me, I've been playing video games my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And when I started doing it in the sense of streaming, I kind of felt like that. I feel like I can really focus on the game the way I want to focus on it
Mhm.
because I'm always feeling like, oh man, you know, gotta pay attention to the chat, gotta appease people, but I'm still taken away from the game in itself when the whole point is me wanting to enjoy the game. Now, some people they pretty good at just enjoying the game, and
Right.
you know, the chat is the chat. So I just I don't know. I feel like that we got to make a little bit of time for ourselves, you know,
Mhm.
to just play some games offline or whatever the case may be. Like for me, I got you know my computer stuff here, but behind me is my TV and my console. Like if I want to just really enjoy, I turn my chair around and just sit there and zone out.
Just play it on the console.
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
And that's what I did growing up, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because sometimes it is really hard to actually play the game while you're streaming because you're playing the game and you have to entertain your chat as well. So you're talking to the chat, stopping the game and trying to, you know, tell them like, hey, this is what we're doing, blah, 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 such and such, whatever type of game it is. And then you go back to the focus on the game and then you get more people that come in. So it's like constantly stop and go. Where when you're not streaming, you're not trying to record, you're just playing the game and just enjoying it, you know, for what it is.
Right. That's something I really have to work on because because it seemed like the games that I play, I stream all the time. You
Uh-huh.
know, so it's different. You know, because at some point it got to a point where like the only time I would play a game is when I was streaming. Like I would
Mhm.
never play it offline or anything. But
Mhm.
now I'm getting to that
Yep.
point like I don't even care no more. So
Right. Same. Now I'm
Been
like, all
there,
right.
been there.
Wreck-It Ride, welcome in. Appreciate that follow as well. And somebody else followed early, so we appreciate you guys' support. Again,
Absolutely.
we are talking to Mr. SB Made It, talking about the truth behind full-time content creation and things of that nature. But if you are, we are live on YouTube and Twitch, so we appreciate everybody that is coming through on both sides. So I know we have talked about this in previous episodes, D, but I wanted to bring this question to USB. Like, how do you handle burnout and creativity when it comes to this?
Burnouts.
Mhm.
Honestly, I just tell people I'm taking a day off, taking it for myself, and then I just won't respond. I won't be on socials. If I'm on socials, I'm just scrolling through like cat videos or food videos, pretty much. Animal videos or something like that. But I really would try to take that time to get off of socials and just spend some time with myself, and just enjoy my own time
Mm-hmm.
or something with the family or something like that. So that's pretty much what I do because I mean, you burn out all the time and you just need to reset, and that's a weekly thing, to be honest. Just like everybody else, you can work 5 days a week. I
Mm-hmm.
feel the same way sometimes. Like, let me take a
Right.
day off.
Yeah. So I take it that you're a cat man. You don't like dogs.
Oh no, I really prefer dogs. I can't stand cats, but the cat videos are better than dog videos. I don't know what it is, but cats are just
They're evil.
they're so
Wow.
evil.
They are
Yeah.
evil.
The way they
Yeah.
they attack people and the way they act
Yes.
up and stuff is
My
just funny to
gosh.
watch their videos. Yeah. Me personally, I would never buy a cat. No, I
Now
wouldn't.
Nah.
look,
No, thank you.
the videos of you just sitting there, just kind of relaxing, just
Uh-huh.
not even paying no attention. The cat come out of nowhere.
I honestly I love the ones where there's the cat cams, the little cams on the collar.
Oh yeah.
Those are the best because you see them, they'll walk around the neighborhood, you'll see them walk up to another cat, and they just bully the other cat. And I'm like, I didn't know cats were like this. Cats will just tell you, get out my face, get out my territory, get away. They just bully people. It's crazy. So,
Nice.
That is
So,
hilarious.
earlier you said that like I said, I'm still running it in my mind when you said that this is what I do for work. This is so I provide or whatnot. So the
mhm.
question I have is, are some of the people that began with you still with you, and is your community like constantly like changing or evolving, so to speak? Like, just like example, like, a company, for instance, like, because
Yeah.
you're a business. Let's be honest. Let's call it for what
hmm
it is. You're a business.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you
hmm
may have a staff or just
hmm
people, and as
So there.
time goes on, people leave, people come, people leave, people come and take the
hmm
place of whomever.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, you 100% correct. There's a few people that are still with me from the beginning. And everybody has to live their own life, to be honest. So, they join the community for a certain amount of time and then they move on to something else, which is fine. But no, not everyone who started with me is here with me. It's a lot of things that go on, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people want to do their own thing, or, you know, the whole thing of I'm better than you this, you're that, and it'd be like all of that. It's a lot of different type of deals that go on. But for the majority, I do have a core that is still with me and they support me. They're here from the beginning. But yeah, the community is constantly evolving and changing. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You always serving different customers, and there's either people that's gonna stay, people that's gonna go, but no matter what, there's always motion, something.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Do you ever take that personal? Like when somebody leaves?
Sometimes,
Yeah.
some things do get to you because, I mean, not everybody leaves on good terms.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So there's that. Some people leave and they just go do their thing, and it's like, all right, it's fine. You got a life you got to live. You got to do what you got to do, or whatever. And then some people, some people gently close the door and they lock it behind them. Some people slam the door and they just break it and try to destroy everything that they can on their way out. So you
Yeah.
get all types of things like that. So yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, I think that's the Achilles heel of streaming or content creation.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is. So you'll make content with people for a certain amount of time until, people move on and they go do their own thing, make content with other people, and it's just a cycle of that. Sometimes you just have
Mhm.
to continuously make content and you either do it with people or you do it with yourself, or whatever.
right. Yeah. I've been through that before, in the past, and it's hard to not take it personal sometimes
Right.
because sometimes these are people you build friendships with,
Yeah,
and
people you care about. Yeah.
care about, you laughed with, you talk to, and then all of a sudden something happens, and it's like, oof, like man, it kind of rocks the boat a little bit. But then I'm sure,
Mhm.
like you, the captain of your community, you gotta, all right, we gotta get anchored down and keep it moving, keep it moving.
Yeah.
You got
Oh
to,
yeah.
because you can't stop. You definitely can't stop, and you can't give up on yourself. Um, Even when other people try to, they want you to give up. Just can't
Yeah,
give up on yourself. Kind of look at like how LeBron is. You know what I'm saying? The man never did anything to anybody, but he is the
Mhm.
most loved and most hated player in NBA for
Yep.
no reason. You gotta love what he does. He's always been there. He's been a good person, good parent, good businessman. I mean, good teammate. He plays well. And on the other hand, people hate him just because he's like one of the greatest. Man has done nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
that's how it is. How I feel sometimes.
And of course that comes from the Jordan community.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, oh
It's
yeah,
either the Jordan community or,
Go to Kobe.
Kobe
Yep.
community.
Yep.
It's never like, oh, Kevin Durant is better. Like we
Yeah.
all know Kevin Durant is not better. So it's
So
like that.
um this is something that you always emphasize when it comes to your community and when you do your just chatting segments.
Uh-huh.
But how important is collaboration and networking to your growth
Um,
as a creator?
if it's done correctly, it can be very well. I mean, because when you're doing a collab, it's both parties who should be bringing communities together. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like, hey, we're doing a collab. All right, my community's coming. Bring your community. They can all meet and we can have a good time and
Yeah.
all of that. But a lot of times when I collab, it's I let people know, say, hey, don't forget, let your community know. Don't always, think that we are gonna have everybody that's gonna be doing this or whatever, this and that. Tell your community, come do it, hang out, this and that. And in a lot of cases, their community, they don't let them know, or their community don't show up, and it is what it
Mhm.
is sometimes. But collabing is a great thing. It's a great way to network, to get to know new people. You know what I'm saying? Even gaming
Yeah.
with new people is networking,
yeah,
because you find out that you actually like their vibe when you're gaming with them and you guys
Mhm.
connect very well. So it's like, man, when's the next time we're gonna do that? You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
you do it on stream and stuff. So then a lot of people from your community gets to see who that person actually is. And it's like, all right, they're a cool person. And you get the people to network with them and follow them. Same type of deal. Like with this whole thing. If if on both parties, all parties didn't make a post about the we were gonna do this stream,
Mhm.
and we didn't tell our discords, a lot of people wouldn't have came from the community. You know what I'm saying? So it just takes, networking and, everybody to play their part, to make it
Right.
go well, you know. So that's how I feel about it.
Yeah. And I think one thing that I really enjoy is the pass the mic. You
Right.
know,
I love
that
it too.
that is one of the best things I've ever seen. That and the fact that you don't call it a raid train is even 10 times better because
Right.
that's what most people think it is, just a
It's just a
raid train.
regular raid train. Yeah, and
You know.
yeah. We kind of got to get out of that the whole to be honest, the whole regular raid trains. It just seems so I hate to say it, but when I see people on raid trains, it's just pretty much passing on lurkers to lurkers. And I don't
Hmm.
really see many people active in the chats when it comes to raid trains. And I hate that for the people because it is what it is, you know. It's supposed to be a networking event, but at the same time, it's just like everybody's in it for themselves. All right, I'm gonna get rated at this time, and that's it. And I see a lot of people when they do raid trains, they end up going live earlier in the day or
Hmm.
after the raid train, they go live again. And I'm like, that kind of defeats the whole purpose of everybody supporting each other on the raid train, you know, that
Yeah.
whole deal. So that's why I put it as pass the mic. Everybody gets 10 minutes because people's attention span, you know, nobody's gonna stay in 24 hours for, you know, 24 streamers or something like that. No, I mean just a few hours. Everybody gets 10 minutes and it goes by just like this, and you're excited
Hmm.
for the next one. And we're supposed to bring each one of us bring our community and we all come together on an event so that way everybody can see different streamers and for who they are and be like, oh my gosh, I like that streamer. Let me go ahead and give them a follow and check them out. You know, that type
Yeah.
of deal. So
Yeah.
yeah, Pass the Mic is a dope event. I love it too.
Got anything else, D? I see your wheels turning over there.
I'm just
Not,
thinking.
not just
Okay.
thinking.
Well, so well, yeah, here's a question.
Uh-huh.
So I've known some content creators who've gone full blown, full time, and then I guess things don't really work out for them, so to
Right.
speak, and then they have to go back to like work. No,
Uh-huh.
let me stop. Go back to a 9 to 5 because this
Right.
is work. You know, I
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
don't like it. I don't like it when people don't consider this work because it is. If it's paying you, it's work.
Right.
You know, so for you, um, is this like all or nothing, or do you
Um,
have a plan B or no?
yeah, I have a plan B. I mean, you know, like I said, when I first started it, I left it to God. I prayed about it. You know, I have my ups and downs because it's not easy every month. You know, um, every other month is going to be different. You're not going to get paid the same every month, and you're not going to have the same people who donate every month. You know, it is what it is. Some people will continue to donate, and some people stop donating. It is what it is. But every day it's like a test. And I continue to just put it in God's hands and I allow him to guide me. I've been doing it for this long. What is it, 2 3 years, 3 years as
Mhm.
being just full-time doing this. I don't know if it's 2 or 3. I think it's maybe 2, maybe 3. I don't know. But yeah, like I said, it is a challenge every month because every month you should, you know, it's like, all right, I need to try to get this much. I just need to pay the bills, have a little bit left over. And in some months you'll have a lot more than, you know, you'll be able to pay your bills for a whole year. So it's not always the same. And it is a test. Do you keep going or do you stop and give up on what you dream and then go live for somebody else's dream and go work, you know, the whole 9 to 5 type of deal? If
Yeah.
I have to, I got to, you know what I'm saying? But right
Mhm.
now, I've been blessed to say that I really don't have to yet. So let's
Yeah.
say that. So, you know,
Man, I can I can imagine, getting paid as a full-time content creator.
Mhm.
like definitely helps you budget your money.
It really does. To be
Yeah.
getting paid on the 15th, and then as soon as you get paid, you pay the bills off. First thing first. Then you
Mhm.
want to do something for yourself. It depends if you're gonna do something for yourself or you're gonna do something for content. It depends. So what I learned with money, and I'm learning it with money, is that you can either hold on to it or you can make that money work for you. You know,
Mhm.
There you go.
and I'm learning that process of I need to stop holding on to it because it's not doing anything for me. I need to start making it work for me. So
Yes.
that means sometimes you have to invest into equipment that you need to do different content for yourself, you
Mhm.
know, or I struggle with editing, so I might have to like take editing classes and pay a company to help me or somebody to help me go through the process of teaching me how to edit. That way I don't have to pay anybody again, so it does. You have to cut back on a lot of things. Where I used to have somebody cut my grass, I went out and bought my own lawnmower. $200 saved me what, 1,500 a year. I mean, the guy was
Yeah.
charging like 300 every 2 months, which is crazy.
Wow, man.
two hundred
Jeez.
dollar $200 lawnmower, and I could do it myself and just buy gas, like $5 worth of gas.
That's
Uh-huh.
it.
And plus, it's a workout, so it actually benefits me more because I want to lose body fat, gain more muscle, whatever like that. So it actually helps me out a lot more. So
Mhm.
it's a lot of different things. So like things happen around the house as well. So you have to budget. So sometimes you can't call an AC repairman. You YouTube it, figure it out
Yep.
yourself because
Yeah.
some things are actually like most things in life, you can be taught it, versus,
Right.
somebody else is doing it. So, yeah, so it's kind of crazy sometimes, but yes, you have to learn to budget a lot.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people think that, all right, you're full time content creator. You making $20,000 a year, a
No.
month. No, it doesn't
Nah.
work that way. No, it
No, we
doesn't. Not
all doing it if that's the case.
exactly. No, it doesn't. Not everybody is what stable Ronaldo and all those like Cas and
Nah.
that. No, we're
Yeah.
not all them people. No, we're just when we say full time content creation, we're just going for our dreams. Some of us are at the low end of full time content creation, and we're just
Mhm.
building ourselves up. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
yeah, that's where I'm at. With the whole content creation thing. So I'm just trying to build myself up to where I believe I should be. You know.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's totally understandable. And we about to get ready to wrap up, but I did have one more question. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people in the chat are, curious about this. What advice would you give someone that is considering going full time?
Explore your options. If you truly believe this is for you, um, you have to look at it at the bigger perspective as, do you have the numbers? Do you have the community? Do you have the funds? You definitely need to have some kind of funds to hold you over until you get paid, because people don't understand that um you can go full time and go straight flat, like a stock market. Like you start in a stock and boom, think it's
Yep.
gonna go up, flat lines. Everybody's
Mhm.
against you. You just don't know. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
honestly, pray about it, think about it, test it out for a month. Don't tell anybody, you know what I'm saying? And see how things go. Like, I mean, you really have to work for this. You know what I'm saying? So, you got to be open to doing things that you probably don't think you would be doing.
Mhm.
On stream, off stream, and trying to get things working for yourself.
Yeah.
So, if you truly believe in yourself, you like it, I love it. Go for it. I'm not
Yeah.
the one to tell you that you shouldn't be a full-time content creator. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, all
Got
I
to
can
do
say
something you
is
want.
go for your dreams. Go for your dreams.
Yeah.
Just don't let nobody else tell you otherwise. You can make decisions on your own. We're all adults, so you make your own decisions. So
Yeah. Most definitely. Most definitely.
Nice.
Um, Well, I kind of had a part B to that one as well. Because I know, we know you stream, 3 days out of the week, Monday, Wednesday,
Right.
Friday. Do you feel like that is a good amount of content that you provide, or like?
It all depends. I mean, honestly, like the chat said, they want me to stream more, but it's kind of difficult sometimes, to be honest.
Because you never really have any time to yourself doing a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah. It's. I mean, you can go live every day of the week and not make any money. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or you can take time and try to build content where people enjoy and make more money. You know what I'm saying? Make money. But I'm one of those people that I like to give out good quality content, and I want people to miss me. I don't want to go live. Every day going live every day doing the same thing. I'm gonna just sit there and say, "Hey, welcome in." You know what I'm saying? I want to actually have something to talk about, something to do, something that to entertain you for 3, 4, or 5 hours or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as your funds grow, you can do more things. You go do IRL streams, you go hang out, and you can do all of that type of stuff where you're doing IRL content, meeting up with other content creators, or going certain places and making content and all of that type of deal. So yeah, 3 days seems to be doing pretty well. Um, because you got to put out different content on different platforms other than just streaming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You want to bring in more people. So if you're streaming all the time, you're just bringing in the people that's already there. You
Right.
have to put out content from other places. So if you're like one of the people like me who don't always have an editor or somebody to help you put out that content, you have to take days to just straight cut, edit, get clips, and put out content
Yeah.
in other places. So yeah, it's a lot.
That makes sense.
You kind of said something along the line. A question that I had. I'm just going to take from your words. So does it matter how long somebody streams? Because I know your streams are like 4 hours, 5 hours sometimes. Like does it matter is there a difference, so to speak, I guess, between somebody streaming for 5 hours versus 2 hours? Or does it matter?
No, I don't honestly think it does matter. I mean, if people really enjoy you, they're gonna come no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
They're pulling up to your stream.
Yeah.
When I first started, I did only do 2 hour streams, honestly, and everybody was like, "I can't miss it. He's doing only 2 hours." And then that was when I was working, at the company or whatever. I was only doing a 2 hour stream, and it was like you either there or you're not there. You miss it. Oh well, I'll catch you on the next day. And then now you have to, I up it more just because. So I've noticed that the first 2 to 3 hours, that's when everybody is there. Once I start playing the game or whatever, everybody starts to leave. So doing longer hours is not necessarily good or bad. It just depends on the audience on what they want to see. That's how I feel about it.
Right. Right. So I've had that happen to me before. I would do my just chatting streams and notice that the audience would kind of dip down a little bit whenever I
Mhm.
started playing something or whatnot. Um, has that kind of made you like wonder like, maybe I should just do just chatting to keep those numbers up, or does it not matter? Because you get to do something you enjoy too, which is playing the games.
Now, yeah, now it doesn't matter to me because, I already got the partner status and the numbers is whatever it is. They're going to fluctuate. They're going to go up. They're going to go down no matter what. But
Yeah.
for people who are pushing for partners, time is everything with them. Less is more. And you have to have more people in your stream and you have to do less hours to build that momentum and get the numbers up for partner. But for me, I'm gonna play the game. If I feel like playing a game, I'm gonna play a game. So I'm gonna do my just chatting, and then I'm gonna do my next segment, which is play the game, because some people do stay for me to play the game. They want to see me play the game. So, and plus, playing that game, you know, I can get more content. That way I have gaming content and I have just chatting content. So it helps me out where I can go back, look at the VOD, cut up some videos. I got some chatting segments and I have some gaming segments.
Nice.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people stay for your gaming so they can see you scream and cry. That's all.
We're not gonna talk about that.
Well, I think we have made it to the end of our segment. So definitely appreciate you, SB, for coming out. Now we do have we do some shameless plugs, if you will. So are there any shameless plugs that you would like to throw out there?
Wait, what you mean? Explain.
Like, you know, what you got going on this coming up week,
or any events that may be coming up for the month or the rest of the year.
I have a Discord. This Friday we have a ghetto spelling bee. So we will be doing that. That will be in the Discord. So these words are not normal words that you will be trying to spell. All right, so we have that this Friday. That would be our first time doing that. I think we're gonna have a talent show for the community that will be coming up next month, maybe. I applied for the front page for next month, so hopefully that will go through. I actually have my partner anniversary, so that will be my 4-year partner anniversary.
Okay.
So I will have that next month. And at the end of the month, we actually have our costume gathering, our Halloween party, which is on the 31st. We'll be streaming that, and we're gonna be doing that, but we will have costume thirst traps. So everybody will take the best pictures in their costumes, and we will go ahead and review those. So
nice.
All
right.
Might have to join that ghetto spelling bee. You know, me being from the South,
you should.
That's right,
you should, and you can. So there's a lot of things. We were trying to do something else in December. I was kind of see if we were going to do another Pass the Mic, or we're going to try to do the Certified Community Awards. So we're going to try to see which one we can do and knock it out ASAP, you know, if it's feasible.
Yeah. That's what's up. Let's see.
You like that we say we, like I say we, not I.
Look, I mean, but it's true though. It's very true. You know, you're not just doing it just for yourself. You're doing it for the certified community. So
right.
I mean, there ain't no I in team.
That part.
The community is a team. So
exactly.
Hey, it is.
So do you want to go next there, sir?
Shameless plugs. Well, on the 23rd of November, I'm doing a birthday stream. So we'll be streaming for 12 hours. I haven't done a 12-hour stream in a couple of years, honestly. So this should be interesting.
You mean 24?
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Will it be on the list though?
We'll start with 12. Let's see how I feel with that. You know what I'm saying? So you never know. I never say never. Right. I won't say never, but yeah, so that'll be on the 23rd of next month. But besides that, that's it from my way. How about you, brother?
I mean, really and truly, I've been trying to stream every day as much as I can because this month is my last month streaming for an indefinite amount of time. That is. Most of y'all know Baby Minion is on the way, so just going ahead and trying to prepare myself for fatherhood, if you will, for the best. So I'll be streaming as much as I can this month, and Halloween, just like I'm sure everybody else is, I will be streaming. That's going to be a big stream for me, kind of a see you later type stream. We're going to do like a bit-a-thon and just kind of vibe out, have some fun, and dress up, all that good stuff, and have some fun. That's pretty much all I got right now.
So I'm gonna say the best time for you. Okay, so you gonna get a little bit of time to yourself once they start going to school.
Yeah.
So you got
Yeah.
6 years.
Yes.
6 years.
Yeah.
No
Yes,
freedom
sir.
until then, sir. Good luck.
Yeah.
Up at all hours of the night.
Uh-huh.
It's just yeah, you'll be all right though, brother. You'll be good.
Yeah.
You got the patience for it.
Just don't text us somebody, hey, what you doing at 1 o'clock in the morning.
I ain't gonna see nothing. I'm out.
But that's all I really got. You know, if you don't mind sticking around after the after we go offline, you know, we're just gonna chit chat a little bit. But
All right, cool.
Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, well, really ladies, because we only saw one gentleman. So
it's always the ladies. Always the ladies that show the most love.
That's all right. That's all right.
Definitely all right. That is definitely all right. But we appreciate everybody that came through, whether you were on Twitch or YouTube. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, feel free to go over there. It is Two Bearded Guys Podcast. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we definitely appreciate those who have been following on Twitter as Twitch, not Twitter, as well. We do plan on going live next Sunday as well. If I'm not, no, wait, I think, yeah, one of us has something going on next Sunday. I thought, I don't know,
not me.
Okay, maybe it's not you. I don't know. But
I don't make plans on Sunday, bro.
Because I sure try not to.
I'm home, man. I'm not doing nothing.
I sure try not to. I try my best not to. But anyway, we do plan on going live next Sunday, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern, with another fire episode. Also, we do have a Spotify as well. Let me go ahead and put that in the chat right now. There's the link to our Spotify. We try to upload every episode daily. Well, not daily, every Monday. And it's just the audio. And we are actually trying to get Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well. So we definitely would appreciate it if y'all came out and checked out the audio. We do have season 1 and 2 up, and we're slowly putting 3 up as we go along. But other than that, guys, we definitely appreciate y'all so much for being here.
Absolutely. Thanks everybody so much. And thank you, SB, for making the time, my man.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Catch y'all later.
Y'all know me, Big the Legend G, with my co-host Initial D, bringing that heat in the Twitch street. Grab your popcorn, kick up your feet, sit back, relax. We about to blow. Welcome to our channel. Enjoy the show. Ayy.
Hard conversation, brain stimulation, BGID, no imitation. Look, pull up on the mic. Two Bearded Guys is rocking the night. Sub on YouTube and follow on Twitch. I guarantee it's gonna be a hit. It's showtime.